Accepting the fact that having a family and having a boyfriend is not a need that I have, it's just a want, because it's two very completely different things. When I realized and I accepted that it's just a want that I have, it brought me so much peace inside of my heart. But of course, the mind and the outside world, the 3D, tries to bring me back into the old ways of being like, oh, because you don't have a need for a relationship and you don't have a need for a family, there's something wrong with you. Problems, heart wounds, betrayal, abandonment, avoidant, etc., etc. Boom, 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 boom. All of the things that in the past brought me into this loop thinking that there was something wrong with me because I didn't need a boyfriend and I didn't need a family. And I wasn't seeking it, actively or passively. I was just living my life, taking care of me. And that's where the derailment kind of came in, but everything happens for a reason, right? Because there was a lot of healing still that happened and a lot of trusting my intuition that occurred with that. But the derailment happened because I stopped taking care of myself and I started focusing on what was wrong with me. So the constant thing that was happening in my brain is something is wrong with me. And when I started accepting that and I was just like, you know what, like, it's not a need for me to have a family or to have like a boyfriend. Like I would love to have a boyfriend and I would love to have a family, but it's not a need. It's a want. When I accepted that, there was such a sense of peace that came within me where I was like, oh my God, finally. I'm like, finally, I'm being honest with myself about that. Instead of forcing myself to be like, no, I need a man. I need a family. I need this. I'm 30 years old. My eggs. Oh, this. And that's how I know that it's truly the truth. And it's when you feel that peace inside of you. And right now, where we're at with the old earth and with the new earth, and watch the last video that I posted as well, the old earth is going to try to convince us that we need to go back into the old ways. So the 3D right now, a lot of the signs that we're going to be receiving in the 3D, they're going to be very contradictory to what we feel on the inside. They're going to be very contradictory to what we feel on the inside. For example, with me, I feel so much at peace with that. Like just saying it just brings me so much peace because I'm like, yes, like this is me. Like this is what I've always been. This is me. So me accepting that brings me so much peace and so much happiness and so much high energy. But then on the outside, there's going to be the people that are like, there's something wrong with you. You're avoidant, you're problematic, you're et cetera, et cetera. They're going to try to diagnose me because they themselves, they're not like that. But again, if I'm a fish and you're a snake, why do you need to understand why I want to swim when you want to roam in the desert? We can't understand what our needs are because we're two completely different species. So that's going to be the fight moving forward, the fight, quote unquote, because we're going to have to fight the contradictory signs that we have on the outside, that in the past, we were looking at the signs and we were like, oh yeah, that's the sign. So like if, for example, there would be a sign or a card or a tarot reading that would pop up and be like, you're having issues with your wounds because you're separating yourself from your masculine, etc., we would be like, oh fuck, there's a problem. But now we're no longer listening